taking adolescent psychology during the summer. And the teacher was showing videos of school playgrounds. And in the school playgrounds, they would show boys just mob a little boy, and then they would beat him up almost gang style. And what bothers me the most is how teachers would be walking around, or all the rest of the students just stood there and did nothing. Or they have girls pulling girls' hairs around, saying kiss the tree, say you're ugly, admit you're ugly. Like, girls have their own way of bullying. And time again, all these videos show that kids did nothing. Teachers did nothing. I mean, who here has been bullied? I mean, when I was a kid, I was bullied. I went to the teacher did nothing. And it really, really hurt. I remember I used to pick up Carmel from school, and I had to go to the school parking lot. I would see boys running, and another boy, like 2 boys running, and they would pound this kid in the car, and I'd be sitting there in the car like, what's going on? And I see teachers just standing there, and once again, they do nothing. I mean, if you look at the stats, 11% of kids are constantly bullied by safeview.org. And 20% of kids are supposedly bullies, and these bullies are, these are not your kids on the wrong side of the road. These are your normal, popular, strong kids who feel free like they could do anything. So my question is, what happens to the other 70%? Why do they just stand around and do nothing? Why do adults do nothing? Even in college, I had this friend, I have a group of friends, about 50, 80 of us. There's this guy, he had a girlfriend for about 2-3 years, and then one summer he decided to, sleep with another girl. He did this the entire summer without letting her know. And it really bothered me because all these 3 were my really close friends. Like, I really was so close. And I wanted to tell them, stop, what are you doing? Like, you're messing with this girl, and at the same time, this other girl thinks you love her so much. And as much as I wanted to tell him, stop, all my friends, all 50 of them said, Ben, it's not your problem. Just let it be. Just let it be. So, as much as I hated it, a couple summers ago, I just let it, I was like, you know what, I'll just let it be. But then, when I came back in school right before my junior year, he asked one of the other girls, not one of those 2 girls, if he could have a one-night stand with him. And that's when I said, this is enough, I'm tired of this. Like, I can't believe people just let it be. So I called in that very moment. I was like, so-and-so, come here right now. I want to meet you at the middle of the football field. So when I met him there, I took my biggest, scariest leather jacket. I yelled at him. I was like, what the heck are you doing? You better stop what you're doing. This bothers me. I mean, I'm sure a lot of Sunlight kids know. We teach our kids, Christians, that the men are supposed to be knights in shining armor, and society, they just don't see that. They said, just let it be, then, just let it be. And when we look at things in a larger perspective, I mean, it's not just between us and interpersonal relationships. This happens all the time, not just within our neighbors, not just within our friends. Like, we can look at the countries, for example. This kind of attitude is the reason why the Holocaust happened. What happened to the millions of Germans who let one man just run amok and kill 6 million Jews? When we look at Sudan, people say, oh, it's not my problem. When we look at Rwanda, it's not my problem. We look at Bosnia, it's not my problem. Myanmar, it's not my problem. Armenia, it's not my problem. North Korea, Somalia, it's not my problem. Chechnya, over and over again. And because people say it's not my problem, millions and millions of people have died. They've been raped, they've been murdered. And this just happens throughout the world. And yet, we say it's not a problem, we shouldn't deal with it. I mean, even as Christians, there are people out there in the world who don't know about God, and they're going to die if we don't do anything. But we sometimes are like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to stay safe. I'm going to worry about myself. I'm going to be the typical person who just worries about myself and not worrying. It's not my problem. So is it right for us to just stand around and do nothing? I mean, I just want to say, it's definitely, in my opinion, it's wrong for us to just stand around and do nothing. I challenge everyone to stop this attitude. I mean, if you see this, encourage your friends to stop this kind of attitude. I mean, it happens everywhere. I'm sure you see in the workplace, with your friends, in school, everywhere. It's wrong and needs to stop. Because as Edmund Burke says, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good to triumph.